hustle on the rise. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. All she want is time, all she want is time. Look me in my eyes, call me on my lies. Lock the city down till the summertime. Time to slice these niggas up some humble pie.
This is the therapy you didn't know you needed. So to everyone that's listening, I have a book club. This is not your average book club. This is for the community. This is for the culture. This is me bringing everybody together to talk about things that we absolutely need to talk about over books, over drinks, over food. Anything from mental health to self-love, anything that is helping us grow in this community within ourselves. We're going to talk about off of good vibes, good food. This is just what we do.
Yes, I love it too. And my practice, Mental Wellness University, it's very unique. I honestly think it's a one of one. It's different. I am actually licensed in the state of California. I'm actually licensed in the state of Alaska. I think my approach is honestly different. It's not going to be very cookie cutter. It's not very cliche. The reason why I named it Mental Wellness University is because I want people to understand truly, you can't stay well if you don't have your mental. University is, yes, it's an institution, but it's honestly a way of life. It's, where you go and you seek to get understanding, and it's where you seek to go get mental wellness. So my approach is completely different. I actually specialize working with adolescents and transitional age youth. But I actually have touched every age population. So when we're talking about working from all the way from infancy to our, I call them mature adults. I like to make sure that we don't keep biases, people feel old. I don't want people to feel old, so I want to keep them youthful. So I touch every age, every population that you can think of. But I think, me and Lay, we like to touch our youth. Not only do you do the brunch book club, what else do you do?
I also have a daycare.
Oh, no.
My daycare is called Golden Kids.
You work with the youth.
I do.
Yeah. So I work with the youth very closely. So a lot of my practice that I do with Mental Wellness University is making sure that we can touch the youth so they don't have to ending up being an adult and suffering from what a lot of us suffer from, because we suffer in silence. So I'm trying to get to the youth so they don't have to deal with struggling at a time where they don't know that they can get therapy, right? So a lot of the reason why I feel like I'm here today to speak, because it is Mental Health Awareness Month, i.e. the nails, is green. So a lot of that, and you got green on your nails too. Come on now, eat. So a lot of that comes from us making sure that we can bring awareness, because it's really important out here, mental wellness and just mental health in general. And a lot of that is the reason why me and Lay have connected deeply. We go way back.
And I love this connection because not only are we have the same goal, but it looks different. It looks different, but we still come together. I love what we do. We look different. We have two different lives, but when we come together and we talk, it's so important, the conversations that we have. And it always comes back, for me, the parenting.
Yes.
My parenting, the parenting that I had, then if I'm a parent, and we are a form of a parent, we the rich aunties.
Yeah, we the rich aunties, for sure.
It's generational and it keeps going. So if we're not fixing each other, and that's why I love bringing the community together, because a lot of people feel alone, and we're not alone. We're going through the same thing.
Of course.
And it's generational, keeps going, and it's messing up our kids.
Of course. And I think me and you, we connect very deeply because we aim to be the generational curse breakers, right?
Absolutely.
And wanting to create the youth, or especially with wanting them to also be the generational curse breakers. And it also really, really is important because it touches on making sure that mental health is the key, right? Because if you don't have your mental health, but it also too physical health, that, I want those to also know that, as a licensed clinical social worker, those two both align together. And I don't think that a lot of people understand that, because if you're physically not well, I'm talking about if you have a flu or cold, you're gonna be a little irritable. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to be bothering
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes that deep. But if you don't have your mental wellness too, and a lot of people don't understand truly what depression is, they be like, oh, I'm not depressed. I'm like, okay, well, you was in the bed all day.
And sometimes we're actively in
Yes.
depression.
And
we
then they don't know.
Mhm.
And they really don't know what it
Because I can
looks
still
like.
show up, but when I go home, it's so dark.
Yes.
Like, even when I went through it, it was just like I could go out, I could have a good time.
Yes.
I'm smiling, I'm showing up for people. And then I realized me showing up is taking more out of me every time.
Yes.
It's a piece. I'm leaving a piece, and I'm coming home empty.
Of course.
But I'm active.
Yes.
Who are you to tell me I'm depressed if I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm with my friends, and I feel good? When I come home and I'm like...
I see that on a lot of my clients, actually. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I see that on a lot of my clients, but actually helping them understand truly what it really means.
Oh, yeah. To identify it.
Yeah, and that's truly what I want us to bring to this too as well. I think the right information out here is the best information because so many people are just definitely misinformed. And I know there's been a lot of things that are going on the internet right now about people being misleading with information. I know for me, I worked very hard to get to where I'm at, to maintain a license, to get the hours to go to school. I mean, I have 2 masters. Okay. I didn't stop at a master's of social work. I have a master's of public health too. I just got that last summer. But at the end of the day, you know, we want to make sure that we get the right information out there. And I think like, not only do I have, yes, the license, but also to the experience, I was a person that actually went to therapy and, you know, as a child myself, I didn't know I was dealing with depression because I was hooping, you know, like hoop was life. And then when I stopped right after college, I was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
It was depression.
It was a crash.
It was a very much so a crash, you know, and we want to make sure that, you know, we can make sure we get that message out there. And I think that's why we so deeply connect on that because we know what it looks like and we know what it really feels like. So we want to make sure that we can get that message out there and get that across. So I'm just very fortunate to be here and to be able to get this out because it just means so much to me. It's very, very important.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. As back to kind of what you were saying, there's so much on the internet and so many people that have something to say.
All the time, though.
You know, and it's not always good.
Yes.
It's not always factual. And I shared with you that a lot of people have been wanting me to do a podcast.
Yes. Same.
But
too.
I've never felt comfortable enough to be or to call myself. I'm therapeutic, but I'm not a therapist. Yeah. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
I had to identify what really do y'all want me to talk about? What am I giving people? How am I making people feel? Yeah. So when you hit me up, it's just like, you're the piece that was missing. You're the piece that makes me feel comfortable enough to, I can't tell you nothing factual because I don't have the schooling. I don't have the degrees in nothing, but I got experience. Yeah. I could tell you exactly what it looked like, what it feel like. Of course. I'm very knowledgeable. You know, I have the wisdom, but I'm not ever about to sit on this internet and be telling people, I'm a therapist, do this, that, and the third. I'm going to tell you, this is my experience. You might have a completely different experience, but how I got through mine, this is what I did. Yeah. Take it or leave it. That's all I got.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm so grateful to know that because there's a lot of people out here, like I was saying, like that just are so, I don't know, they're grifters. That's what we call them. It's like literally, I was just saying, literally when I was just speaking with my stylist yesterday, it's like, this is like the year of the grifters and I just don't get it. But I mean, hopefully they can come to a place that we can create a safe space. You know, I think that, you know, even with my private practice, I create a safe space. I tell them, come as you are. Just make sure you brush your teeth, wash your face. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I don't really care how it is that you show up, but just show up because I'm going to show up too. You know what I'm saying? And I meet you where you're at. And I think that a lot of times, I think that makes me different as a clinician. I really am about that. Like, I'm not a cookie cutter therapist. You know, I will meet you where you're at. I like sneakers, right? I don't think, you know, I love fashion. I'm not a person that you can put in a box. And I really think that that's you too. You can't put you in a box. Yeah. Like, he's sitting here, you talking about you got a book brunch club, but you also got a daycare. Yeah. You are touching so many of our youth, our young youth too. And that's really, really important because we touch so much on kids, right? And I know that a lot of that we're going to touch, you know, to come with the youth, especially touching these babies. Yeah. You know, like there's so many kids now at the age of 8 that are taking their lives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah, and it's not talked about enough.
It's not talked about enough.
The very first time that I seen or even experienced or the knowledge of a kid being that small, from a personal experience, I went to a mental health, like a mental awareness walk. And I do it every year in honor for my dad. It's always the weekend of his birthday.
Okay.
And this specific one, they told us to bring like shoes. And as we were walking, there were just shoes lined up of everyone who passed away. There's also like a memory board. You could bring a picture, you could write, I write my dad's name and a little message or whatever. And when I seen them little shoes,
Hit different, don't it?
what? When I seen these pictures of these little 6-7-year-olds, excuse me?
Yeah.
When I was 6 and 7, I had no worries. Like, what? Like, what? It really hit home, literally.
Yeah.
Hit home. And even hearing when people do like murder-suicides.
Oh, yes.
And I had a chance to talk to, I think her name was Brandy Fisher. She was like in a pageant or something, and she was a talker. And I ended up just walking with her during the walk. She was walking in her heels. You go, girl.
Yeah.
But she told me her story, and her story, don't quote me, but basically was like her dad literally murder-suicide of her whole family.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about this enough.
No, we're not. And
We're
it's
not
happening.
talking
It
about
happens so prevalently.
And then even for her to be a survivor, who wants to be living with this traumatic thing,
Because you never forget it.
You don't forget stuff like that. And I feel like it's just not talked about enough about suicide, period.
Yeah.
Let alone the kids, but period. When's the last time you literally heard about, like, in the news, a post, whatever, this person committed suicide? How often are we even hearing it?
Yeah.
And how often is it happening?
Yeah. And it happens so much. I mean, we see all this stupid stuff that's going on that we're so worried about when we have so much other epidemics that are going on. Yeah. And mental illness is really at the top tier. I mean, because if you really look at that and then think about all the stupid shit that is going on, excuse my mouth, you think about all that stuff that's going on, I'm telling you, if you really sit down like with any of us licensed professionals, doctors, we're gonna be like, yeah, there's something that was off about Billy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody sat down and looked at Billy.
There's absolutely
and
signs.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see it all the time.
Literally.
I see it all the time. These kids are young, and I absolutely be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He might need to see somebody.
I'm serious. I like literally right now in my work right now too, like not only do I have my own private practice, but I also work at a residential substance abuse and mental health facility for adolescents. I get these young kids and like I tell my clinical director and I'm just looking like something like is, I call it like an ick, but something goes off on me, right?
Absolutely.
I'm really good at diagnosing because it's discernment too. But when I came into being a clinician, that was one of my things that I wasn't strong at. So I worked so hard. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't like when people come into this business and they be talking about, oh, yeah, I'm a psychological expert. And that's shade to Cheyenne Bryant because she was just doing too much. But, like, at the end of the day, we really got to really just pinpoint a lot of these concerns and these issues because these kids need help and we can help the youth. We can help the future. That's the core. That's the foundation. The core. It's the foundation. And if you, and not to shade the adults, right? Because the adults can still be helped. I work with a lot of adults, still, in my private practice. It's thriving. It's doing wonderful. If you want to connect, we'll figure that too. It's to come. Okay. It's to come. We got some things brewing, got some things going, but, mental health, I know it's so important to me and you. It's something that needs to be spoken about and it needs to be spoken about highly in so many different communities, not just also to the Black community, right? It needs to be talked about in the Latino community too as well, right? Because a lot of my clientele is Latino, right? And I know me and you, we both have so many Latino friends too as well. Yeah. And definitely in just persons of colors too, But it's such as home for me too as well because I struggle with my mental health and I know as well me and you connect because we have other people around us that struggle and sometimes the struggle is too as being a clinician you see other people that are struggling and when I'm off the clock I try not to be in that mode I think
when you're a certain type of person you call it like an empath.
I'm very much an empath. You feel
ask me like when's the last time you cried? I cry every day for people I don't know.
Man,
I be on the internet Google crying.
I seen that person I'm like dang. Oh my gosh.
But I think too, a big thing is how you're saying, like, with the parents, like, really not faulting, because I even have to look at myself.
Yeah.
Like, I can't fault my mom for what she didn't know.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the thing. You know, I can't be mad at you because you didn't know.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are mad at their parents. Oh, I didn't ask to be here. Yeah, you didn't, but even there's stuff that I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to say I'm going to be the perfect parent. Right. I don't care how many times I hear you're going to be a good mother.
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm going to cross off the checklist of every little thing, you know? So I just feel like even helping the kids, helping these parents, bro.
Oh, the parents too. Me and you talk a lot about that. I mean, even as aunties, you know, I always say, like, there's always those things. I worked a lot in foster youth and foster care, working with children and family services, and you get that question, like, are you a mom? And I'm like, no, but I know what it's like to be a kid. You know, I know what it's like to have a parent, and I also know what it's like to have to take a child from their parent. To teach you how to make sure you are doing right to nurture and make sure this kid is in a safe space. You know, so it's not right, you know, about being a parent. It's like, do you know how to make sure that you can be safe for yourself so you can be safe for your kid? You know, and I had one time somebody help me understand, because even at 23 and 25, right? My parents had me at 23 and 25. And, you know, they just celebrated their 40 years last Sunday of being married. I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year. That's beautiful. But at the end of the day, when I think about them at 23 and 25, I'm still trying to figure out my shit at 23 and 25. Can I blame them for not knowing and everything at 30? No, I was still trying to figure out my shit at 30. And you know what I'm saying?
Let alone put a kid in there? I say
3
all the time.
at that. You know, I'm the oldest of 3.
Yes, I say all the time. Like, when we really get old enough, my mom had me at 20. 20. I would have lost my mind with the kid at 20.
Man,
like, what?
Because what were we doing at 20, right?
Mom, but 20?
What were we doing at 20? Trying to figure it out.
Wasn't trying to have no kid.
Right. I'm trying to figure out what credit is. I'm trying to figure out what credit is. How you do that?
but that's the problem, and that's what I come to, you know, reality of. I think that's what takes it away. You know, I wasn't taught credit. But my mom had me at 20. You're raising a child.
What?
Raising
a child is still trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure out X, Y, and Z. So now a lot of stuff is being overlooked and being not taught to these kids because we just trying to survive.
No, literally.
We just trying to survive, you know?
Literally.
I'm my mom's first kid, you know, it's a 10-year gap, but we thugging. 20 years old, you got your first apartment, we thugging. What? We ain't, me and mama ain't sitting at the dinner table talking about credit. Girl, what you wearing tomorrow? Let's get it. Like, we basically doing the basics, you know? I'm keeping you alive. I'm keeping you safe. I'm keeping you happy. You know what I mean? I had a good childhood by the grace of God.
Right, amen.
But I think it exited out all the stuff that needed to be taught, especially emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence, right? Because I think, like, a lot of times, you know, especially as kids, you know, you ask them these things. It's like, yes, parents can give you the basic necessities. You can have food, shelter, and clothing. However, there are things that we need. Nurturing and emotional things. So I think about myself. I can only think about myself, right? Like, in terms of trying to make it, people understand that. Like, I didn't get that part. So I had to nurture myself. Absolutely. And I'm the oldest of 3, right? And I kind of had to grow up a little bit more faster, but I honor that. I mean, one of my best roles, I think, in life is being an older sister. That's one of my best things. I think, like, that's super honorable. Now being an auntie, I love it. But it's like,
it started as a sister.
I started as a big sister, and I had to teach myself how to nurture that with my sister. So that taught me myself, like, dang, some of the things I didn't get from my mom. Because my mom and my dad, like, you got to think about it. Did your mom and dad get those things too? If they didn't get those things, how can they give those to you?
Absolutely.
Sometimes they can because they could try, but if they don't have the capacity, my mom wasn't a very affectionate person, but guess what? She made sure that I had everything that I needed, and I give everything to my mom where I am in this life because
she just showing you how I love you in a different language.
Exactly. And we have to understand love is different and in so many different ways as an action too as well, you know? So, you know, our parents, they did the best that we can, and sometimes we have to understand that and try not to argue with, like, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you know? It's because okay to, like,
as a certain age, it's like, we're going to keep talking about what mom and dad did. Are we going to teach ourselves? Are we going to teach? We're grown. I had to literally come, like, I didn't grow up in an affectionate home. Like, some people, please don't hug me.
Yeah. Don't touch me. I need my space. Yes.
Hold on. There is some people that is just like, okay, and I'll still even kind of almost like tense up. Like, I know in this space, I do have to hug people. Like, girl, don't be weird. And I might be a little bit, that's because ain't nobody walking around hugging me. And it literally took me moving into my godkids' home.
Yeah.
And their mom is extra affectionate. I'll be like, girl, why am I coming out the bathroom and you hugging me? Girl. But then it taught me, because these are my godkids, I automatically went into, just in case, God forbid, but if anything happened to y'all, I want to love y'all how y'all parents are loving y'all.
Sure.
So I automatically, the random I love yous, the hugs, the just everything, it literally taught me. And now those kids are like, my god kids are like that with me, and now I'm like that with the kids at the daycare. Yeah, and I've seen it in myself. Like,
and I see it in you too. How you love on them kids.
Just it's beautiful. And literally one day, my god kid's dad, he said, "Why you love these kids so much? like you come and pick them up and X, Y, and Z." I said, "Because they love me." Yeah. Literally, they love me so much. They look up to me. Yeah, like they just love me. How could I not love them? What? Yeah, and even more, like these little humans have taught me. Mama didn't teach me. Daddy didn't teach me this type of love. Not saying I wasn't loved as a kid, but this type. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I have core memories of, I know my parents loved me.
Oh, for sure.
A 2-parent home. My daddy you didn't even have to stay. I don't even know what a stepdaddy is. You are my father. That's it. What? That's you were here. That's the ultimate type of love for me. You know what I mean? But then you have these little humans that literally all day, I love you, I love you too. Like, and then it's random. Yeah. You cannot beat nothing like that. Yes. You can't be a kid that's just FaceTime you because they thought about you. Man,
I'm telling you. Man, all last summer too, like, I work shit all the time. I'm the rich auntie, so I gotta live up to that, right? And my niece literally last summer, she was 4 at that time, she would call me every day. Titi Riri, what you doing? Did you eat? How the hell are you 4 years old asking me if I ate? Did you eat? Did you get your nuggets and fries? You know what I'm saying? Because, they taste
And I always look at that and I'm just like, they're being raised so well. To even know, like, I just be looking like, I would have never said that as a kid. Right. I don't give a fuck if you ate.
Right, exactly. I mean, but I get a shout out to my sisters, though, because that means that they're doing all right, though. Because, they asking them how they're doing, which means that reflects in that. Them. Exactly.
Yeah. Or they're seeing, like, Rika on the phone with you and hearing her conversation.
How you doing, Reek?
How
you doing, Reek?
Now I could mimic that.
Of course. I love it.
And it's so easy. Yeah, I know it's easier for us to, teach the kids. And I always say, like, it's so easy. Just be a parent. Just talk to your kids. And I could literally see with my kids every single day who's being talked to like an adult and who's being babied as a baby. Yeah. Why are we on 2 different wavelengths? Just talk to your kids. Please. That's it. That's all. We don't have to keep babying them. We don't have to, I feel like after 2, come on. Yeah. Let's get it. Like,
it's the war on these damn tablets and these iPads. Oh, yeah. And I just...
Social media, period. The technology, period.
Yeah. That's going to be another topic for another day, too. I mean, it's a rabbit hole. I mean, because it could be used for good, but it can also be used for, like, you see, the parents are not engaging with their children. Like, have conversations with their children because, a lot of that comes with abandonment and feeling neglected in that way, too, as well. Because you could take care of kids, you get the basic necessities, but at the end of the day, this is why we see a lack of emotional intelligence. Right. And I think for myself, not being taught that, but also having to gain that, especially going to get my master's of social work, shout out to USC because that was the best education I could get in my life. But like, that emotional intelligence has taught me so much and how I navigate in life. I used to be 0 to 100. Okay. You get slapped and cussed out today, but now it's a little bit different. Now I'm just like,
and you still can. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends on what day it is, and what you're saying and who you're talking about. You talk about my sister, my mamas, and my my kids is a little different, but just don't cross that line. I'm just gonna say that. But at the end of the day, like emotional intelligence can take you to higher places. And if you don't have that, it doesn't matter how much money you got in life.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You can get a prison sentence. You know what I'm saying? You get a prison sentence for that. You know, you like emotional intelligence, you can get a prison sentence. And that's why I try to help people understand too as well. You know, it's super important. It's super important. But I just love the fact that we're going to be doing something special.
We are.
It's going to be so much vibes. It's going to be food. It's going to be laughter. It's going to be joy. It's going to be education.
It is.
Education. Heavy on education.
Yeah. We're not about to just be sitting here talking mess, y'all.
No, we're not. We're not. I mean, but it's going to be that, though. It's going to be the jokes, heavy on the jokes, because, humor is that.
And this podcast is brought to you by the Brunch Book Club. The Brunch Book Club is not your average book club. We come, we vibe, we eat. That was weird. We come is crazy. I'm so sorry. Whoa. Whoa. What type of time am I on?
Maybe I should get...
Whoa, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Anyways, boom. This podcast is brought to you by the Brunch Book Club. We vibe, we eat, we drink. This is not your average book club. So follow me at the Brunch Book Club, spell club with a K, on Instagram.
Man, black
cheers
men.
To that.
Man.
To our black men. Gotta love them.
I love them. Chocolate, white teeth.
Don't let them have a black chain on.
Oh, okay. Don't let them have a beard, okay?
All right, for real.
Okay. Sorry. Y'all have me wrapped up for a minute.
But our focus is for sure going to be on these colored men and the mental health of them.
They need it.
That's my biggest of the biggest of the biggest.
Oh, yeah.
From my personal experience, I lost my dad to suicide.
Yeah.
A black man.
Yes.
It's so important to me because I didn't live with him at the time, but having someone in your life that you don't know is drowned in like that, what?
Yeah.
I can't really use the word blame. I'm not going to say blame. I took it personal.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Okay.
I took it so personal. And at the end of the day, that ain't had nothing to do with me. And for so long, it hurt for so long that it was just what could you have done?
Yeah.
What did you do wrong?
That cycle of grief.
What?
Man.
And I remember my turning point. What was I watching? All American. And I don't know if you ever seen it, but
that's a series, right?
Yeah. And I always identified with Spencer. Always. About the community. I want to save everybody. That's absolutely me. Yeah. Him losing people, especially young. My first real start of grief was 9-10 years old when I lost my granny.
Yeah.
And she was my best friend. I'm with you every single day. You damn near raised me. You know what I mean? But when they had to track him down to go to therapy, same thing that kind of what we're doing, how we're trying to not track people down, but at least make it comfortable. He's a black man in LA, and no, I'm not going to therapy. I'm good. No, you're not.
Usually,
and everybody could see it, And I remember he was in a field and the therapist came to him bro. And he ended up breaking down. And in the midst of the breakdown, he said, whatever it was, he was just they left me. And his therapist was like, that had nothing to do with you. Their expiration, their death, whatever their time was up. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And then after that, after Nip died, Lauren London did a interview and she said, she used the word experience. We're just experiencing people. I'm experiencing you.
Right.
And I was talking last week and they had brought up death and all this stuff. And I said, you won't feel bad about losing someone if you experience them in the right way.
Oh, yeah.
If I spend my time wisely and I experience you how I'm supposed to, that's it. Once my job well done and I'm gone, I want everyone to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
You got to experience me. That's why I'm so big on time and showing up.
Oh, for sure.
I want to be very, very present overall. I don't care if it's a kid, a person. I want to show up and I want people to experience me in the way that God meant for y'all to experience me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And vice versa.
Yeah.
I want to spend the time so that when that time is up, I'm not, I feel so bad. No.
Yeah, you missed out on
And I've grieved that for so long. Losing people I've grieved just I didn't say this or I didn't say that. All the cliche stuff, all of that, and when I seen my brother with COVID on what they said was a deathbed, and I rebuked that real quick.
Yeah.
But when I seen him lifeless and a breathing machine breathing for him, in that moment, even her tears, I had like that man know I love him and I know he loved me.
Yeah. You knew.
I experienced you in the best way.
Yeah.
Cool. There's no regret. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was like, that's what life is.
Yeah.
Who even told us to be sad about this? Like, why are we even, I don't understand funerals. Why are we in here sad? And y'all better turn up at my shit.
I honestly
I live my best life.
Look, I was just having that talk the other day. Like, mine, let it be a celebration of life.
Like, I'm living a good life. I feel like I am literally doing everything God has told me to do. Who made up this weird rule that we're going to live forever?
Yeah.
Nobody said that, you know, nobody said that.
Yeah.
Literally. And it doesn't matter what age, you know, it sucks when kids die, but their assignment was up.
Yeah.
You know?
It does. It does.
It sucks, but that's just what it is.
It does. And, you know, I think like, especially Black men, right? I mean, yeah, Black women, we deal with a lot. Black men deal with a lot too as well.
I feel like we're allowed to be more emotional though.
Yeah, we are.
And they're not.
And they're not because it's that masculinity, that toxic masculinity that's out here, right? And it's like, oh, well, you don't have time to do that. In my office, in my chair, whether you see me telehealth or in my chair, I got tissue boxes everywhere because I don't give a damn if you crying, you snotty nose. This is what we're here for. You need to release that. You know, like I had a old friend tell me, you know, that crying was like releasing toxins out of your body because the more you hold on to that, you know, it's like you keep it, you filling up and you keeping garbage inside of yourself. You know,
and that's sometimes how I feel too. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm just crying, I don't know why, but it literally feels like this.
Of course,
literally, and it's just like, girl, you ain't let nothing out. Absolutely,
exactly. And so,
until I learned that, girl, just cry.
Of course,
it's okay.
You know, so when I think about the Black man, you know, I'm always on the Black man and. You know, and this is why I think like it's so important for people to be informed on what therapy is. I think so many people have the idea of what they think therapy is. And this is why I'm not a cookie cutter therapist. Like, this is why, like, on my profiles and stuff, when you see my profile and what it lists is like, it's exactly what it is. When you come in there, we about to laugh. I'm very humorous, right? Because I don't want it to be like, I'm not saying that we're gonna laugh at your pain, but like we ain't laughing, we not healing is what I truly believe. And we can't get through that pain in some way. But Black men, they put on this facade, right? And they just seem like they gonna just thug it through. I mean, Black women do it too, right? Even Latino women do it too as well. But like when we're talking about Black men, it's almost like they just don't want to do it. I'm gonna be fine. I'm good. No, it's okay. But then until when it's not. So when you even think about your father, there's no telling deep down inside what he was dealing with because they mask so much until all shit goes loose, right? And then when we talk about the other depths of things that go on, this is why it gets to substance use, right? And there's all type of shit that people are using out here. You know, like I said, I work at a rehab. And there's a lot of different things that people use, you know, but like when I have people that are literally in my Instagram, Black men, and I get so enlightened, they're like, hey, if you know anybody, like I'm really trying to get in therapy, I feel so grateful. And I'm just like, yo, I'm finding one of my colleagues and my friends to try to get you connected because at the end of the day, I feel like that is wonderful because they like my approach because I'm always talking about mental health. I'm gonna put a Bible verse out there. I'm gonna probably talk a little shit, but also too, I'm gonna put something out there for somebody to also to, you know, like get to therapy because if you don't have somebody like, and just think about it. When you guys are going to therapy, you guys are practiced by, you guys are governed and you guys are protected by HIPAA. And that means that should nobody going out and talking about your shit and be telling nobody about your business. Okay. Unless you talking about you hurting yourself or hurting somebody else, then obviously all hell go loose. Okay. You want to go somewhere else. That's a psychiatric hospital. I highly recommend that you do not go there. So let's talk and let's go to therapy. Okay. But at the end of the day, I think Black men also need to find that person, whether it's another Black man as a therapist, right? Whether it's a Black woman, you know, like find someone that you can go and that you can connect with, that you can feel like you can have a conversation. And for me, this is why I feel like I'm different as a therapist because it's about a conversation. It's not to come in there and be like, oh, well, tell me how you feel. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and just be like, okay, let me cross my legs and be like, okay, tell me how you feel. I am not that. I'm probably in there like, what's up? How you feeling? What's going on? What down, Joe? Like I'm my lingo is like I'm fitting you. I'm meeting you where you're at. And I think like Black men, they think that they get something different and they feel judged and they feel misperceived. And we have to figure out like what they need. It's really important, you know? So we got to figure out, and we got to connect with these Black people, and we got to get it out there too.
Yeah.
Black men too.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Mental Wellness University, Inc. Make sure that you add that to Mental Wellness University, Inc. with the _ at Instagram. And just let you know, this is not your average private practice, okay? Come to me. I will help you reach healing in a different way. It's not your average type, okay? This therapy is unique. It's different. I meet you where you're at. You can find me. I'm licensed in California and Alaska, and 3 states are coming. Find me.
This is for everybody. This is for the people that tried therapy with a certain therapist and didn't like it.
Oh, yeah.
This is for the people that ain't found their home in therapy, that never been in therapy but want to go to therapy.
Yes.
This is for everybody. That don't got the time, that don't, if you don't got the money, the insurance, whatever it is, this is where you want to be. So drop whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. Topics, questions. We got y'all.
Education too. Like
any and everything. Let us know. All that.
Yes, because I mean, as a clinician, I can tell you guys, there's been a lot of clients that have come to me that have been broken from a last experience with a previous therapist, and it could be a shortcoming. I mean, it could be as the last therapist kept double booking with me, you know, and then they're gonna tell me like, oh, hey, we have an appointment tomorrow, right? So it's because they want reassurance because the last therapist they had a horrible experience with, you know. So sometimes at the end of the day, you know, I'm getting these clients that I have to reassure them that, hey, you have a good experience with me, because you know, there's not those great therapist experiences that you have, but you know, sometimes even if you don't have that time, you might have that time here with us. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to give y'all what you need in that span of time. And we are so open to different ideas, different things. You know, me and Blay, we read books.
We be reading.
We be reading. I be going to trainings. I be getting certified in different modalities and different shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a nerd. You a nerd. So whatever is on y'all brain, whatever's on y'all mind, whatever y'all might be struggling with, we are so open to different topics and different conversations because this is what we're about. This is about conversations. This is about education too. Heavy on the education. I am definitely a public health practitioner, so I'm heavy on the education part of things. So, you know, whatever y'all need from us, we are here.
We're here. We're open. We're listening.
We are.
For the people that don't, you know, that feel unheard,
that
feel unseen. I used to be that person.
I used to be that too.
I see you. I hear you. I'm blessed enough to have a community around me that sees me and hears me. And I want us to be that community for, you know, other people. Just to, you know, spend 45 minutes with us real quick and listen to what we got to say.
We got something for you.
We got something. We got the vibes. You gonna laugh.
You definitely gonna laugh.
You know, you gonna learn something. You're always gonna take something away from whatever we talk about.
And I'm thinking about like just in the future too, some things that we might have up our sleeve about not just being able to watch. You might be able to come experience.
Live
you know,
audience.
we talked
live
about
audience vibes.
Live audience, food,
drinks. Y'all better stay tuned.
A little drink or two,
a little
share, a little shum. Because we're here. We want you guys to have a good time. We want you guys to have a good experience, but heavy on the healing.
And we need each other to heal.
We do.
Need community to heal.
We need community. Heavy on the community.
Yeah. We need to heal. Period. That's the sentence. We need to heal. And it takes us.
It takes us together.
It takes people like us.
You can't do it alone.
You can't.
You can't do it alone.
And we're here. As I said, we're open. Please let us know thoughts.
Ideas.
Anything. Questions.
How you feeling?
Anything.
If you need someone too, please check in.
Yes.
Please come reach out. We got you.
We got you. We
need somebody to lean on.
You see that, you know, it's important to both of us.
Oh, for sure.
We both have very personal experiences to where we're not about to open a book and tell you to read this and a third. We're coming from our mind, we're coming from our heart, and we're going to really step down to whoever, wherever, whenever, and really tell you some real shit.
Yes, and meet you where you're at, because that's where I am in my practice. I meet you where you're at. You might not be at your best, but guess what? I'm going to meet you where you at.
And we're going to get to the best.
We're going to get to the best.
Get to the best.
That's where it's at the end of the day. That's all.
We're going to grow. We're going to grow together.
That's it.
Like what you said, sunflower.
Yeah, sunflower, right? And when sunflowers turn to each other, you already know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get into it.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to get into it.
And a rose can grow from anywhere. It can grow from a goddamn concrete.
That's
okay?
me.
That is you. I truly believe that is you.
I'm going to get through the cracks now.
No, literally. Stop playing with us now, okay? It doesn't matter. It just matters how you show up. And you can show up not as your best, but, you know, you might leave as your best because messing with us, come mess with us.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Everybody, you know, as we said in this Black cultured community. We about to heal each other. We need healing out here.
We do.
We need it.
And it's really about the therapy you know you never needed. At the end of the day, you know.
That's it.
I'm really
if you don't know you need it, it's cool.
It's
we
cool.
Here to tell you do.
Because then you might know, like, dang, messing with, you know what? I never know I needed that. That's crazy.
And that's fine. You know, sometimes we don't know what we need until we hear it.
Until we hear it.
Or we feel it.
We might got a word for you. We might got a message for you. Because we both spiritual, too.
Very.
Heavy on a God.
Heavy
on a God.
We only here because of God. Are you crazy?
Yeah. Heavy on that. Heavy on that.
He did that.
We can't forget, though, because heavy on a God, but please don't mess with us. We protect our youth. We protect our community. So come mess with us. I mean, just literally. But bring your ideas. Bring what you need, too, because this is a safe space. We just really want to connect. We want to heal. We want to grow. We want to empower. We want to touch lives. And also, too, I'm heavy on this. Like, my sister, shout out to my sister, Shantae Hawkins. She's inspired this saying in terms of, like, paying it forward, right? Because just when you come here and you heal and you grow and you learn, make sure you also do that and give it to someone else.
Yeah.
Don't sit on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not something that you don't go out and you don't share. You know, like me and Leia, we are willing to share that with someone else. But also, too, it doesn't mean that just because we are sitting here, we are the experts. We are also here to grow and learn.
Oh, absolutely.
We probably want to have some guest speakers.
Absolutely. It's always, you don't ever stop growing.
No,
you don't ever stop learning.
Never.
Knowledge is
I'm excited about guest speakers, too. You don't never know who's going to be on our chair. I'm just saying.
Stay tuned.
Somebody's going to be on our couch.
Stay tuned.
You don't never know who's going to pop up. Might be y'all favorites.
Oh.
You never know. I'm just saying. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. Hey. It's going to be good music, too. Can't forget about that.
Ooh.
Therapy,
Vibes
you never know
around.
you need it. Therapy, you never know you need it. Okay? I'm just saying.